Good afternoon, everyone. I thank PADMAZ for organizing this seminar. And Mr. Abdullah said that we are starting late. We are not the only one. The whole world just started late to recognize that Iran is a threat after 40 years. Last night I was listening to the news that President Bush saying that Iran is the biggest threat in the region and must be stopped. And today's talk is focused on stopping Iran. We all know, our friends showed that how Iran is operating and destabilizing the security of the region. It has been the foreign policy of Iran since the inception of the Iranian Islamic Revolution in 1979, when Khomeini clearly said, we will export Islamic revolution beyond our borders. And he said quite categorically that the path to both goes through Karbala. And he made everything possible to undermine the Iraqi government, so created the environment for a war. They were prepared to go to the war for 8 years. And the international community and the countries in the region, they thought Iran learned the lesson. But unfortunately, we are wrong. Iran, after the 8 years of war, extended its domination beyond Iraq and went to up to Lebanon. Now we can see Syria, Yemen, everywhere in the region is under threat. Having said that, the Iranian policy is not confined to the present Islamic Republic of Iran. If we go back to the Shah's time, when a country as we know, Iran, in Shah's time, Iran until I don't know, Iranian calendar is 1350 Hijri Shamsi, but it's around sometime in 1970s, did not recognize the sovereignty of Bahrain when the British left and Bahrain was an independent country. They refused. However was forced to recognize that Bahrain is a sovereign state. Because they were forced, in back of their mind, Bahrain is still, even today, part of Iran. The Shah invaded the strategic tombs or islands, three islands. And they were part of Emirates, not Iran. And still today have those islands under its sovereignty. And the whole Arab world thought, yes, we can live with Iran's little domination. But no. Today, Riyadh, as stated in Kayan, Riyadh on almost every week is being fired by Iranian missiles. And then it says next is Dubai. Ayatollah Shariat Madari threatened the waterway of Strait of Hormuz. and said one day we will do that. Now the world that has recognized Iran is a threat, and it must be stopped. I'm not going to go to details because of the time that, and also my friends with the presentation explained how Iran is dominating the region. But what can be done apart from recognizing that Iran is a threat? Can we stop Iran with appeasing Iran and bringing Iran on negotiating table? I don't think so. President Macron said we don't want a war with Iran or in the Middle East, another war in the Middle East. If you do not intervene, if you do not stop Iran's interference in the region, the peace and security of the region will be constantly under threat. There is no choice for the international community to stand firm and intervene. Intervene first economically. Secondly, if it doesn't work, which I doubt it if it works with Iran, we must take further action, which is direct action against Iran. Once Iran is dealt with, the question comes, will it stop there with the fall of Islamic Republic of Iran? No. The international community must work with people like us who are fighting for their own legitimate rights, freedom for their own land. If international community recognizes our Baluchistan rights, Ahwaz's rights, and other people's rights, and Baluchistan and Ahwaz becomes independent, Iran is deprived of its economic resources. Iran will have no access to sea. Iran will have no money to fund its ambitious expansionist policies because there will be no gas and oil. So, for long-term solution, the international community must work with us and us so that there is no future threat coming from Iranian expansionist desire. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Abdullah Baluchi, for your presentation.